Salut mes amis, c'est bonjour Brigitte ici à Marseille, and I am so excited to do my Facebook Live today from the French city of Marseille. Oui! And so I'll wait for people to join, but I just finished the south of France trip. It was absolutely amazing. It was incredible, incroyable. We had the best time. It was so much fun. And so we spent half the trip in Nice, which is in the south of France, Nice. Some people pronounce it as nice, but of course no, it'd be Nice. Wait. And then basically we headed to Aix-en-Provence. Aix-en-Provence was a wonderful, beautiful old town. The buildings made of the yellow stone. So gorgeous. Absolutely wonderful. And so in the coming weeks, I'm going to have some of the travelers come onto the Facebook Live so they can tell you all about it themselves. What I will say about Aix-en-Provence is that we went to the most beautiful winery. Wait, so I posted the winery visit in the Facebook group, but I will go ahead and also link it here so that way you can see it. It was called Chateau Saint-Cloud. It was wonderful. One of our students, Marilyn, her late husband was a wine connoisseur, and she's been to all the wineries on the East Coast, also wineries in France and Italy, and she said that Chateau Saint-Cloud was her favorite. Wait, and so absolutely I'm going to post that. And what I will say, mes amis, is that the trip was so popular. A lot of people want to join next year, so I'm going to be planning one for May 2026. 2026. Wait. So if you are looking to go to France with an experienced, group of hosts, myself plus a local guide, we had Sylvie, she was incredible. And if you want to, travel with an amazing fun group of people, absolutely come join us next May 2026. Wait. And so, yes, I will be heading home tomorrow. So I have been in Europe for almost a month. So I'm going to miss it a lot, but that's okay. It's going to be a lot of fun to go home and see friends and family. So let me go ahead and take you on the walking tour of Marseille. It's on the old port, the Vieux Port area. Wait, I will say I haven't spent a lot of time here in Marseille, so I'm definitely not an expert by any means, but to me, it seems like, the hot spot of the town where it's hustling and bustling is around the old port, le Vieux Port. Wait, so let me go ahead. I'm going to put my camera on. We'll get going. And so here we have KFC, McDonald's, and Subway. I know that's a funny thing to start with, but I have to tell you guys because I was craving some fried chicken, so I actually had KFC for dinner. Wait, and so it's funny always to see these American, companies in Europe. Wait. And so what I love about Marseille is the diverse food options and how it's really, it's just a blend of so many different cultures and really different tastes, so it's wonderful. So for example here, we have the Berlin wrap. So obviously that's a mix of Berlin and France, Germany and France, so that's wonderful. You can get a pita as well. So I didn't try this, but I would love to next time I'm here. And I will say, earlier today I had the absolute best Japanese waffles at a place kind of in the middle of town. They were so delicious. And so I have to link that below as well. And I also can include a photo. What I have noticed here in France, bonjour Madame Pam, comment ça va? What I've noticed here in France, especially in the south, pistachios. Les pistaches sont super popular. Way. And so basically, unfortunately, I can't eat pistachios because I'm anaphylactic to nuts. But if you love pistachios, there are so many here in the south of France, so you'll be in heaven. So there's a lot of waffles. And what's really cool about the waffles that I've noticed specifically in Marseille as compared to other places, in Paris and in Nice and everything else, it was more like crepes. But here in Marseille, they're really doing waffles a lot, which is awesome. So, Belgian influence. So we have the lunch ones here. We have the ham, Emmental Gouda, chicken, Emmental curry, tomato sauce, beef, cheddar, pickles, ketchup, mustard, smoked salmon, fresh cheese, and dill. So that's really interesting. They have the savory ones. And then of course, if you like the sweet ones, the sweet waffles, they have those here as well. So if you kind of like waffles versus crepes, I would definitely recommend you come to Marseille because I definitely noticed there's so many waffles here. And so, as you can see, the sun is setting. We're almost into summer, but not quite there yet. And so, What I will say about Marseille, it's beautiful. It is a hustling, bustling port town. Lots of people, lots going on, and there seems to be a very active population with people running and biking everywhere, which makes sense because, you know, when you're right by the ocean, people like to, you know, get out there, enjoy. And so around the old port, the Vieux Port, there seems to be a lot of shopping options and food options that you can enjoy. And so, because we're not quite into summer season yet, the shops are closing a little bit earlier. But once the summer season hits, which will be May, June, July, August, I'm sure like these ice cream places and everything will be open very late. Très tard. And Pam, have you been to Marseille? Comment below. Okay. And so here we go. We have the bus, we have the cars, we have everything like that. Marseille. And then here we have lovely outdoor patio. And I'm gonna cross here now, so this is gonna be lots of fun. Yes. And so if you're an ocean lover, I would definitely recommend checking out Marseille because there's a lot, and there go some more runners as well. So very healthy population. And then what I noticed, which would be probably of particular interest to those that like boating, ferries, being on the water, is they have a lot of these boats here. And during the day, you can go on tours to the nearby islands or other areas. So basically, this would be the ticket office, and you would purchase your ticket there or online, and then you hop on the boat. So something very, very famous in Marseille is Les Calanques. This is like a series of beautiful rock formations that rise above the water. You can see them, absolutely beautiful. And there's also castles and different things you can see from the water. So if you do plan to come to Marseille, you can check out, it's called Le Bateau. Le Bateau. And then there you could buy tickets, a billet, or you can also go ahead and buy tickets from here, the ticket office. Obviously it's closed right now, but you know, during the day you can go ahead. And what's really nice is that people just like to sit at the edge of the sea and just chat and enjoy. With their feet literally dangling off the edge. So in Paris, this wouldn't be too common because, you know, I think people would be worried about falling into the Seine River. But here, because the water is a little calmer, people just sit very close to the edge. So that is very interesting and very beautiful. And yes, as you can see, there's a lot of people out and about. It is 8 p.m. here in France, and still hustling and bustling. So there's lots of tourists, and of course locals as well. Basically everyone who wants to enjoy the lively atmosphere. And so here what they've erected, which is great, is kind of like a protection against the sun. Because previously this used to be open, so people would get very hot, get sunburnt. But now this is covered. So not only is it practical in the sense that it provides protection from the rain, the sun, it's also a beautiful piece of artwork because it's like a reflective mirror. So you can see yourself and others walking. It's very cool. And that's something I noticed Europe does super well, is that making things practical but artistic at the same time. And so what I also noticed is a lot of musical performers here. Woo! So I don't want to get too close because it might be hard for you to hear me in that case. Beautiful music performances here. And then I'll give you a better view of the boats here. Yeah, here we go. So these are those like boats where you can sightsee and also, you know, be they're used for transportation as well. So if you enjoy being on the water, I know Madame Pam, you probably do. You can go ahead, take a boat. It looks like they're wrapping up for the night. But wait, and here you can get a better view of that gorgeous art piece slash sun cover, beautiful. And there, if you see, it's really funny, there's a McDonald's right there. C'est tellement drôle. I feel like in every European city they have a big McDonald's somewhere. And so yes, it's beautiful here, it's très beau. And what's really nice about Marseille as well is that the metro comes right here. Literally right here. So that's nice because, you know, in some other European cities the metro takes you kind of close to the main area but not quite. This one will take you right to the middle. As you can see, it says Metro, and here we are in the old port. So it could not be easier to get here by Metro, really. And the stop would be called Vieux Port. Vieux Port. Vieux Port, which literally means old port. So let me go ahead, I will show you that there. Wait. And so that is Vieux Port. Oh well. Okay, this is a maps. This is the map side, but I can show you the other side. Okay, and so we're gonna keep walking, but yes, notice the people sitting by the water, enjoying, chatting with friends, very relaxing. And here we have a plaque. So I won't spend too much time on this one, but very interesting. I'm talking about the Greeks, les Grecs. Okay. And then as we continue, you can see there's some street food stands, everything like that, which is just wonderful. What I will say is that Marseille reminds me a lot of Morocco. Yes, Morocco, especially Marrakech, has a huge square like this, obviously without the water, but they also have musical performances and many stands. So it definitely reminds me of a mixture of Morocco, Maroc, and France. And so let me go ahead and show you the sunset. Wait, so the sun is setting slowly, so I will have to start heading out soon. But again, you see these awesome boats, and then of course fishing boats, pleasure craft, everything like that. And I don't know if you can see in the distance, but that I believe is the castle or church on the hill. I do have to verify, but the really cool thing is you can see it right from the old port, Le Vieux Port. Wait, so you have an excellent view, absolutely wonderful. And if you have time, of course, you can go up there. Unfortunately, I didn't have time today, but that's okay. Save something for next time for sure. And then here we have a mixture of hotels, restaurants, bars, souvenir shops, you know, basically everything that, you know, most towns would have. Of course, the difference being with the beautiful sunset. Wait, and so I'll also point out the church here, because I did enter the church and it was absolutely beautiful. And so let me go ahead, I'll zoom in on that one, and then I'll tell you the names. Oui. So there we go. Excellent, très bien. And then the name of the church, I do have the brochure in my bag, you have to pull it out. It would be, okay, here we go, I got it. It would be Saint-Ferréol. Saint-Ferréol. The Church of the Old Port of Marseille. Wait, so it's absolutely beautiful, very beautiful inside and out. Inside is not super ornate, but it's still lovely. You get a real sense of calm in there, which is amazing. And then I'll show you the French brochure as well. I took one of each. So it'd be Saint-Ferréol. 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 L'église du Vieux Port, Marseille. Wait. And so there it is. Wait. Itself. You can continue walking along here, and like I said, the people are very active. Everyone is biking, running, doing lots of things because the weather is just so good here. And so I'll zoom out, and right along here, I walked here earlier today. It was all hotels, restaurants, shops, souvenir shops, etc. Of course, we have the beautiful sunset, le coucher du soleil, and here you can better see the castle or church on the hill. I have to verify what it is, I forgot, but let me zoom in on that so you can see it. And if you know what that is, if you've been to Marseille before, you just know it, please do let me know. Wait, and comment below, are you a person who likes the active lifestyle? Like these people in Marseille who are like running a lot? Or do you prefer more of a laid back pace? Wait. And so basically, I will end it there just because I do have to head out. Wait, oops, let me zoom out a little bit there. I don't know why that's so close. Wait, but definitely comment below if you have any questions about Marseille. I would definitely recommend visiting. It's super fun, super interesting place. Having been to many parts of France and Morocco, I do think it's a mixture, it reminds me at least of a mixture of France and Morocco. Wait. In the sense that it's very lively like Morocco, but still has a lot of French architecture, restaurants, culture, etc. Wait. And if you do have any questions about Marseille, comment below. I'll do my best to answer them. Wait. And I'll just do another little viewpoint here. away. And then of course ending at the church. But mes amis, I do have to head out. I am heading back to Canada tomorrow, demain. So I do have to go pack my bags. So I can't stay too late here. But let me know if you have any questions and I will see you soon. Same time, next week, different place. So, merci beaucoup mes amis. À très bientôt. Au revoir. Merci.